Woman of God, let me tell you what the Lord told me to tell you. The Spirit of God told me to, he said, I'm going to shift you. There is a dimensional shift that is coming into your life. The Lord said, I'm not only going to change your method, but God said, I'm going to begin to shift your message. There are truths that are hidden from the eyes of casual observers that God gives to those that are humble and those that are wise. And I hear the Lord told me to, he said, I'm going to begin to take you into another dimension of understanding of my word. I hear the Lord told me to, he said, I'm going to also call you into times of quiet where we just sit in my presence, and God said, you will only listen to my voice. He said, I will cause the stillness of my presence to come. He said, when the stillness of my presence come, the Lord said, you will begin to hear the whisperings of the heavens. And as you begin to hear with accuracy what I'm saying, the Lord said, I'm going to begin to fine tune you. He said, as I begin to fine tune you, as I begin to lift you to this next place, the Lord told me to tell you this. He said, I'm going to begin to cause your eyes to begin to go to places that your eyes have never gone. Your ears will go where your ears have never gone. The Lord said, your spirit will ascend to places that you've never ascended. I hear the Lord also speak to me. He tell me to tell you, he said, I'm going to take you to a mountaintop in the realm of the spirit. And as I looked at the Lord lifting you up to the mountaintop, the Lord took Moses to the mountain to give him an experience. The mountain is a very high place, but it's a lonely place. It's an isolated place. But when he descended from the mountain, the glory of God that was upon him, it was unbearable. The people could not look upon him because of the glory that rested. God said, I'm going to bring you to the mountain. Amen. But he said, in order to ascend, he said, I'm going to lift off of you burdens. Amen. I'm going to lift off of you the concerns of others, because God said, I will require time with me on the mountain top. When you descend from that, I see it as if it were like a cloud descending from the heavens, and I see you being enveloped in a cloud from the crown of your head to the soles of your feet. The cloud is like the glory of God. It's like when Adam and Eve walked with God, when they were before him, they were bathed and they were wrapped in his glory. And I hear the Lord say, I'm going to take you to that place. But hear what the Spirit says. He said, it's a place that will require great sacrifice. He said, you've sacrificed in the past. But I hear the Lord told me, he said, they that reign with me, he said, they must suffer with me. And I hear the Lord told me to tell you this. He said, I want you to look at the life of the Apostle Paul. He said, through the life of the Apostle Paul, he said, you will understand your own call. Paul was called into the apostleship. He was only for 3 years. Hear this. That he was in the deserts of Arabia, where he began to seek God on his own. He went to the desert when the Lord revealed himself to him. He went alone. He wasn't among the apostles. He had a personal revelation. And when he came from out of the deserts, he came to the apostles, and he told the apostles what Jesus revealed to him. And the apostles confirmed that indeed he had been with the Lord. The Lord said, your life will be styled as Paul, the apostle. And I hear the Lord told me to tell you this. He said, no weapon that is formed against you shall be able to prosper. The Lord told me to tell you, he said, your worship alone is a rebuke to the enemy. Amen. Your worship alone. There's certain things, hear the prophet, there's certain things that you don't even have to speak to the enemy. When you begin to worship and you begin to glorify God and you begin to magnify God, and God gives you the song of the Lord, there was a divine presence that comes down when the song of the Lord comes to you. And God said, I settle many matters in worship, because God said, you are a worship warrior. Amen. I've called you to worship. That is your greatest. Let me tell you something. People think that your greatest gift is teaching. That's not your greatest gift. Your greatest gift is that God called you to his feet to be a worshiper. You're like Mary, who abandoned everything, and she got down to the feet of Jesus. And God said, it's from that position of humility before my feet. He said that I will elevate you. He said, stay at my feet. He said, don't lift your eyes, but he said, stay at my feet. He said, it's at my feet where you will be elevated. Is at my feet where you will be blessed. The Lord brought your mother before me.